So this video is intended to try to help those that are trying to do spring preload adjustment. This will be on the Razor forums with the thread where we talk about this a little bit. This, of course, is the methodology I suggest to folks. It comes from Nordine Evans at Walker Evans and Dirt Wheels magazine have both developed this specifically for the Polaris XP1000 and XP turbos, etc., etc. So what it is based on is this, and and I've corrected some of their math. There's some other things in their article, and you've seen that on the Razor forum. But you can see this measurement point, right? So we're looking at the bottom of this tube right here, right? And then correspondingly, and of course you want to measure with the and include the height of your ruler, right? You got to bring the razor in. You can't have jacked it up or moved it. You got to have driven it in so that the suspension is naturally loaded, etc., etc. Then you want to take it, just bounce it up and down a couple times, pull up and down on it, so that you've accounted for any stiction in the suspension, and then you want to measure that point, right? The front, we can do something similar. Again, you have to have driven it. You can't have jacked it up and then set it back down. It won't be sitting naturally. You're at this rear perch for the front A-arm, right? And you're measuring to the bottom of that bracket, right? So rear of the A-arm, bottom of that bracket. So I am right around 14, looks about 14 and 5/8 looking at that. Pretty close. Looks like you got to recognize you're using that far scale. Somewhere around 14 3/4. Just looking at the camera. It's all right. Those are your measurement points. So stock tires. The measurements that these come from Walker and Dirt Wheels. They apply to a Fox. They apply to it's ground clearance, guys. It applies to all shocks, and it's just based on those measurement points. So a stock Razor, you should be 14 3/4 inches in the front, right? Add add all of the radius of any taller tires, right? So half the tire height. You're 13 1/4 inches in the rear, right? So those are 30-inch tires on this machine. So that's 15-inch radius. So I'm a 1/2 inch taller tire in radius than a stock tire. So while I should be 13 1/4 in the rear on a stock machine, we got to account for the 1/2 inch taller tire should be 13 3/4 inches in the rear. I can see that's a just under 10 inches, and that tape measure is 3.5 inches in size, right? So I am under 13 1/2. I'm about 9 3/4. I am what, 1/2 inch or so short there. In the rear I should be 13 3/4. I'm 13 1/2. Yeah, I'm about a 1/2 inch short. So my preload is about a 1/2 inch short. Now look at a quick and dirty way. Look at the tip of those radius arms, right? They already have clearly got height in them, right? I was with some guys over the weekend and they were pretty level. That's a dead giveaway that you don't have enough preload. And if they look like you're climbing up a ladder, then that's a dead giveaway. You've got too much preload. So quick and dirty, you can just look at that and make sure you got a couple inches of rise. It'll get you in the neighborhood, right? And again, this machine is already a 1/2 inch low, and you can see it's got some tip in it. So there you go. Those are measurement points for preload adjustment and the correct heights. Again, on a stock machine, and then just add the tire radius. On a stock machine, you're 13 3/4 inches on the front and 13 1/4 inches in the rear. So there you go. Hope it helps, guys.